Donald Trump attacking Fox News, and he says Fox News is promoting Ron DeSantis so hard and so much, there's not much time left for real news. Reminds me of 2016 when they were pushing Jeb. The new Fox poll, which they have been purposely terrible for me, has Trump crushing DeSanctimonious, but they barely show it. Instead, they go with losers like Karl Rove, Paul Ryan, and now even Jesper. I'm trying to figure out who that was, who have been wrong about everything. Isn't there a big, beautiful network which wants to do well and make a fortune besides? Fake news, in all caps. And ironically, if you actually take a look at the poll that Trump is referencing, this poll is great for Trump. Let's put this up there. To actually look at the poll that he's referencing, it has Trump at 43% in the Republican primary. It has Ron DeSantis at 28%, Haley at 7%, Pence at 7%, Greg Abbott at 2%, and Liz Cheney at 2%. So I'm pretty sure that shows him with a dramatic lead, and not only a dramatic lead, Ryan, but it actually shows him increase his margin on Ron DeSantis from previously. So I'm not exactly sure what he's upset about. I mean, it's certainly true that Fox has been very kind to DeSantis, and I guess, they've aired some, we actually aired the Jeb endorsement here on the show yesterday. It was frankly very bizarre because there's like music involved. Brian Kilmeade says, "Oh, Jeb, do you endorse Ron DeSantis?" Oh, yes.
And they played orchestral music.
Yeah, I was watching. I'm like, what is happening? How is this possibly on television? It's humiliating just for any politician, like Trump or DeSantis or whatever aside. But at the same time, like all of the Fox polling, and to the extent they're even airing pro DeSantis stuff, there's still a hell of a lot of Trump support on Fox News. So, I mean, it also tells me that given the fact that he hasn't addressed Nikki Haley, he hasn't talked about Mike Pence, he doesn't talk about Vivek Raman, he doesn't care about anybody except for Ron DeSantis. That's it.
Former President Donald Trump definitely thinking about you. You haven't said a lot. I know you've heard what he said. You can see this collision is coming, can't you?
Well, look, Jesse, I mean, he used to say how great of a governor I was, and then I win a big victory, and all of a sudden, he had different opinions. And so you can take that for what it's worth. But, at the end of the day, I think one of the reasons I've been successful as governor is I don't really pay attention to a lot of the background noise. I mean, he's obviously a big fish. But I get attacked all the time from every different angle, and you either put points on the board or you don't. And so I just focus on delivering the wins, and I think we've done a pretty good job of following through on our promises.
Not one disparaging word about President Trump. Are you guys speaking now? Do you plan on speaking to him? He seems to be taking some shots at you.
No, I mean, look, it's silly season. I mean, you know how some of this stuff goes, and obviously he does his thing, and it's just that's kind of who he is. But what I wanted to do was just give an honest appraisal of kind of how we got to this point, the failures of the D.C. Republican establishment, and how Donald Trump was speaking to things that some of the old guard refused to address. And that's just a fact. And, he can say, what he wants about me. I'll always give him credit for the things that he did that were positive, and I'm appreciative of a lot of the things that he did. Doesn't mean I, agree with everything that he's doing lately or whatever, but ultimately it's about delivering for the people you represent and delivering for the country. So I wasn't really into kind of trying to, throw pot shots at anybody. My thing was just kind of explaining, my approach to leadership, the issues we've tackled in Florida, and how we've been able to, see really unprecedented success for our state.